Hello, dear human beings, aliens, and other species on this planet Earth. Maybe somewhere else too. You're watching this. This is Domas. Welcome back to the Soul Channel, where I go through a lot of my transformations in my daily life, and maybe you can find something relevant to you in these videos. Another day, another job for me. I was walking past my work the other day on my day off, and I just started to have a panic attack thinking about having to go back there tomorrow and spend there another 9 hours. So I just went into a cafe, talked to my friend, and I was like, couldn't relax, I couldn't calm down at all. And I just went in there into my workplace and I said, I quit. Give me a paper to sign the paper, and yesterday was my last day at work, so I only worked there for a few hours, but yeah, I get this anxiety a lot about places that I work at, and it's probably, I don't know, I've been listening to a lot of Napoleon Hill, not a lot, but just a little bit, and you know, he was saying something about losing things to gain more things, and that real wealthy people, you know, they don't count money, they count wealth, and they don't, another thing that stuck in my mind was they don't count time the normal way. They kind of like, they know that there's a time period to wait out, to sort of digest and to form this thing that they're forming, you know. I don't know, it could be a piece of art, it could be a business plan, it could be something to improve people's life, and I think that's what's, don't want to sound like, but I think that that's what's happening to me right now. I'm kind of like, I kind of need time, you know, I need time to do my art. I started thinking about art more, to do my course that I'm starting in September, and I thought up until I start the course, might as well just do as much art as I can. And every time I'm at a job, like a dead-end job, and I feel like I'm stuck, you know, like I'm stuck and nothing moves. It seems like nothing moves, like I'm making some money, but it's like not the way that I'm supposed to be doing it. Somehow it just seems like that. It's like torturous. And say what you want, you know, might be spoiled, I might be whatever, but I've done jobs when I was in London that I worked for a while, and some jobs I could stay in for, like I was working as an art technician, I was working there like for 4 years maybe, and it was freelance work. That's what one thing was good about it, and it was artwork all around me. So I think it's just a waiting out game. I live in a resort. I feel like I don't even enjoy it. So I started going for a swim every single day, going for long walks again, and just said, fuck it, I'm gonna try. If I'm gonna run out of money, I'm gonna run out of money, but I'm gonna do it, you know. And as soon as I started thinking about it, I started to feel free. I started to feel like I can do this, you know? Like, so it was all in my head. It was all set up by me, and Of course, a person came into a cafe and she offered me a job and I agreed. And that's how I got into my last job. But sometimes you gotta say no. Maybe you gotta stay out of certain places where people come and offer you things that you know you can't say no to. But at the same time, in that moment, I felt like I needed one, like I needed a job. And maybe I need it for that time. But now I feel like if I keep jumping back and forth to things like that, it's my plan isn't gonna work out. Now I have a plan, I have a vision in my head where I'm doing what I enjoy and making art, and maybe combining the two. And I started to see this vision, and you know, before provision comes vision, as Napoleon Hill said, or as Jesus said, or somebody said. So you got to see it before you can make it happen. And I feel like I started to see it. I'm like, okay, there's a bit of a long-term plan that was always there. I just never jumped into it. You know, I just thought about money too much. I was like, well, how am I gonna survive? It's like day by day. I don't even eat that much, you know. I don't really need that much money. If I just stay still, and what's one way that I can stay still? Is to draw complicated drawings, and that's how I keep my focus. And that's how I keep my friends, my sanity, my everything. I can't live without it. But every time I start living away from it, every time I started to deny it, I start to die. It's funny how the word deny sounds like die. And I don't even notice it. It's like the death is like really slow. It's like self-deprecating death, if that's the right word. It's like auto asphyxiation, you know, to the death. It's like enjoying the pain of choking yourself, you know. Like when people do it, it's yeah. Back to those red flowers. So I want to thank you for being here. Yeah, and I see that the channel grows every time I make a move towards my goals. It's like my energy wakes up and everything that I've been doing starts to grow again, and it's only a matter of time. And maybe people like artists need to live like putting cent to cent, you know, like, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I'm just talking bullshit, you know, maybe I'm just afraid that it's not gonna happen, and then I start thinking about it that it's not gonna happen, and then it stops happening. But now I have a plan, and one of those parts of the plan is to help people, and both are to help people with their health, use my hands to do it. And I don't know, I'm kind of happy, you know. So if things aren't working out in your life, or maybe they are, maybe it's just me with my continuous thought cycles going back and forth. I spoke to my therapist, and you asked me if I still take medication, if I do my art, And he just said, you know, every time you do your art, things seem to fall back into place. And, and I was like, really? Like, I don't remember it being like that, but it's true. I calm down. I become more chilled, you know. And I feel like that's the only one way. Can't think about future too much. Can't reminisce about the past and be like, oh, shit didn't work out with certain things. It didn't work out because it couldn't have worked out. So it didn't. It wasn't my purpose. So if things aren't working out, maybe they're not the things that are supposed to work out for you. Or maybe you need to push harder. But pushing harder is a weird concept because you can't really push harder without letting go and relaxing. Because if you just keep straining yourself, it's not a good way to do it, I think. It's not a good way to live. But we've got this. You've got this. I'm proud of you. Proud of myself for not being scared to say no, because it's literally about saying no to certain things. And I just said no one more time. And I don't know, I feel better about it. I feel better about my plans. I feel like things are gonna work out. So I'm grateful to you guys for growing this channel, growing with me, and yeah, just wishing you a great day. I know you're gonna have a great day. At the end of the day, we all go to bed, and we're all lucky to have a bed and a roof over our heads. Hopefully you got that. And that's it. That's it from Domas today. I chipped my tooth as well. That was a sign as well to sort of slow down and be a bit more aware of what I'm eating and what I'm putting into myself, and just take a step back and slow down, because everything's speeding up. So we need to slow down and take it all in, absorb it. Don't compare yourself to other people, because other people are other people. You're never going to be in their shoes. You're always going to be in your own shoes. So remember that. And I love you as always. I'm proud of you. Keep digging into your mind for answers, into your soul for truth. And I will see you in the next one.